Hey Starbabies, welcome back to my channel. If you're new, I'm Gabriela. I make videos about astrology, veganism, cruelty-free beauty, style, whatever I feel like talking about. It is a beautiful, rainy, gloomy day here in LA, and even as a Leo, ruled by the sun, I am obsessed with rainy days. I love rainy, gloomy days. I actually feel 1,000 times more productive. I'm in the best mood. Anyway, this video is going to be a part of my anger series, and today is So a Capricorn is Mad at You. Before I start, I'd like to remind you, if you haven't seen it, go check out my Zodiac Challenge video. I'm doing a Mindful Indulgence Culture Club. So every month of 2018, we're going to be reading a book based on a guideline I've given you, and the same thing with a documentary or like a history special or something like that. So if you'd like to join us for the whole year or just join in for a couple months out of the year, either way, check it out, and it's going to be really fun. I also post a lot about it on my Instagram at Mindful Indulgence, so check it out and follow me, and let's get into the video. So first of all, in general, let's talk about Capricorn anger. For me, this could apply to their sun sign or their moon sign, especially what they take personally and what makes them angry and how they tick. But a lot of people also measure anger reactions by the Mars sign. So if you're looking at a chart, if you know what that is, check out the Mars sign, but also definitely look into the moon and the sun sign. Capricorns are an earth sign, so the vibe I just get when I think about their anger is really just not intimidating. It's not explosive in the sense that it's going to knock your socks off and just destroy worlds. A lot of people talk about Capricorn anger as in, it's just they're very, very chill and then they just explode. But it's not like a fire sign where they're just going to come at you and attack you and attack you and attack you relentlessly, or like a water sign that's going to just brood over it and just obsess and just plot about taking you down. So Capricorn or earth sign anger is right there in the middle for me. So it's really, I would prefer to deal with an angry earth sign, to be honest. Capricorns, for the most part, are very stoic. They are not over dramatic people, and they can put up with a lot. They are definitely, even though they're the sea goat, they're definitely the beasts of burden of the zodiac, and they kind of make themselves that because they don't know any better. Many of the Capricorns or Capricorn moons that I know are just workaholics. They take on so much. Even if it's not work, they just take on a lot. They take on a lot of responsibility for other people. They take on a lot of other people's emotions. They're wonderful, wonderful listeners, but they take on a lot more than they need to. They can handle it for the most part, but they take on a lot. Capricorn anger is similar to Taurus anger, where they will put up with a lot. They're patient, and then when they fly off the handle or they kind of express their anger, it's a little bit shocking because they don't do that all the time. However, Taurus I think about more as the bull, as in there are little flies biting the bull and their tails just kind of wagging because they're just patient with it rather than like internalizing it and putting up with it. Tauruses are like whatever, whatever, whatever. And then as soon as they get agitated, it's like, leave me alone! Like they, then Capricorn is more like a donkey that you just keep putting baggage on them, and they are aware that they're agitated by this. They might be internalizing their frustration, and they just keep taking and taking and taking, and it's exactly like the straw that broke the camel's back. That's what I see with Capricorn a lot. I've already talked about it, but Capricorns are often in relationships or friendships or work environments where they're not happy, where they are aware that they're being mistreated. They have a lot of pride in their stamina, and they think that they can. They're like, I can handle it, I'm strong. But you don't have to. But anyway, that's a whole different video. They can, certainly handle a lot before they pop off, and when they pop off, they're not just going to scream at you for 25 minutes, and they're not going to plot to destroy your life. As an earth sign, however, their explosions, their anger explosions can be scary because earth signs are pretty physical. They are very grounded in the here and now. They're very grounded in their bodies, and therefore a lot of them express anger physically. So I know that my boyfriend is a Capricorn moon, and when he is angry, he will kind of like pull at fabric. I mean, he hasn't done this to me, but having a conversation on the phone and he's angry, he'll kind of pull at his shirt, and he's ripped his shirt before because he's been upset while on the phone. He also exercises whenever he's upset because that really helps him to cope with that anger. Some Capricorns may punch a wall or do other physical things. I know some Capricorns who have destroyed parts of cars, who have broken technology. They can be very physically angry people. They can also be destructive with their words because most of the time they're pretty smart people. They've kept this in for a long time, so by the time their anger comes out, they've got it all figured out. They know what they need to say, and they're just gonna lay it on you. When Capricorn anger is not that explosive punch a wall, freak out anger at the end of their rope kind of thing, Capricorn anger in general is very much fatherly anger to me. Obviously everybody's father is different, but it's just kind of that feeling of like, I've disappointed you. I've let you down. When a Capricorn's upset at you, it can make you feel really bad because most of the time you'll have respect for them. You know that they put up with a lot. So if they're upset with you and they're showing it and they're not speaking to you, or they've kind of berated you, you've really upset them and you've really kind of done something wrong. And it's a little more hard to deal with, especially for me, when people are disappointed in me. And that's what Capricorn is to me. That anger is just kind of like, that's what Capricorn anger is, and you're like, oh no, what have I done? How you might have made them mad, they have very high standards for respect, for boundaries, for cohabitation or cooperation between people. So if you're a roommate or a friend, work partner, relationship, whatever, basically if you have not lived up to their standards of respect. Capricorns are very aware of respect and balance of power and balance of their relationships. They choose their friends very wisely because if they feel disrespected or that their standards for what a friend is are not returned, it's just kind of a waste of their time. Then again, as I've said, if they're in relationships, friendships, whatever, it can be hard for them to detach from that. So if you've gotten into a relationship with somebody who you thought was really cool at first, and then they're slowly showing signs of control or disrespect, and I've seen this with Capricorns, they're just like, we can work through it, and they don't have to. Essentially, Capricorns want to be shown that they are valued. They will show you that they value you, and they demand the same in return. Tricks or lies or unprofessionalism in work, people underpaying you, people tricking you, people sneaking things into contracts, untrustworthy, dishonest people are what Capricorns dislike. And don't you dare stand between them and their money. You want to be shady with business, you want to be shady with all that, watch out. Do not be dishonest with them. I'm telling you, since they don't pop off like that, it's very easy to be just straightforward with a Capricorn. So do them a favor and do that, because once you lie to them, they might still be your friend or your girlfriend or whatever, because that's their problem, they can't detach, but they will never trust you again. And then you will know that. You will sense that. So it is a waste of time to lie to a Capricorn, and it won't do you any good. They do have a certain sense of pride. It's not as fragile as a Leo's pride, but don't belittle their work. Do not correct them in front of other people. I sometimes do this to my boyfriend. The other day, we were reading a cookbook and he said jicama, and I was like, it's jicama. And he was like, don't talk to me like I'm stupid. And I was like, meh. But I get that because I'm a Leo too. I'm proud like that. But they will jump to these conclusions of like, you're disrespecting me, you're calling me stupid. And I guess I could have just not corrected him. I don't know why I had to do that. So if you've done any of these things to a Capricorn, if you've offended them, if you lied to them and they found out about it, if you've broken their trust, the best thing that you can do is start right then and there to be honest. And obviously when I give this advice, it's good for any sign. People want honesty. But for this sign, you don't have to sugarcoat it. It's not like a Cancer where you kind of need to come at them the right way so that they don't get hurt or retreat back into their shell. Be honest with a Capricorn. Do not tell them to calm down. Do not patronize them. Do not make them feel crazy. Do not show that you're pitying them in any way. Approach them as your equal and decide from this moment on, I'm just going to be honest and that's what I can do. I may have messed up. They may have misunderstood me, whatever it is, but but from now on, I'm gonna be straightforward and this problem will be resolved much quicker. It doesn't mean you need to just stand there while they're punching walls or yelling at you. You are also allowed to say, you know what, I'm feeling kind of disrespected, or I'm feeling a little bit attacked right now, so I'm gonna give you your space, and I'd really, really like to resolve this when you feel comfortable. So, of course, demand respect. You walk away when someone's disrespecting you, but allow them in their way to have the time or the space to release their steam, because they don't do that a lot. They kind of need a reason to vent. They need a reason to let off steam. They're not that sign that's super comfortable, like, I just feel like I need to cry today, so I'm gonna cry. Or I'm gonna take a day off from the gym, I just feel a little bit off, so I'm just gonna do that. Not always the best with self-care, and that's another video again, but workaholics but lack of self-care, there's often a lack of balance with Capricorns, which means they're not giving themselves the space and the time and the care to express themselves, express their anger, because sometimes anger is like below a Capricorn. It's like, no, it's not the right thing to do to get mad all the time. It's not the noble thing to do, but they've got to start doing it. So if they've opened that cork, let it fizz out, okay? They're gonna feel a lot better once it's out. Approach them with respect. They don't want to feel like you are the parent trying to calm down the child having a tantrum. That's very patronizing for them. Nobody likes that, but especially not a Capricorn, because again, they want to be seen and treated as your equal. Keep conversations short and sincere. That's pretty much what I have to say about Capricorn anger. It's not too big of a deal, and most of the time, they will be your friend again. They will give you another chance, whatever. Try not to take advantage of that. Try not to take advantage of that, because if you push that and you're not changing yourself, if you're not changing the behavior that's hurting them, eventually they will dump you. They will get rid of you. They will quit the job, whatever, and they will not speak to you again. So if there's a behavior they're expressing that you need to change, and they're actually opening up to you emotionally and saying that what you're doing is hurting them, take that into consideration. If you're dealing with an angry Capricorn, best of luck. As I always say, it's always gonna be okay, and just do your best to be patient, sincere, a good listener, and not really on the defense, not patronizing or trying to tell them to calm down. Guys, I appreciate your comments so much. We hit 6,000 subscribers this month, like yesterday. I am so excited. Thank you guys so much. I am so excited for this community to be growing. I love you so much. I will see you on Friday for another video. And I'm currently collecting some questions about chemistry or compatibility. You guys have been asking me a lot about couples and my crush is this, or would this and this sign work out, and I'm thinking of doing a little Q&A series with those so I can nail a couple of those in one video and make it like super cute and romantic themed. Because listen, I love love. I love being a love guru. I mean, I don't think I'm like a guru, but it's really fun. So if you have compatibility or chemistry questions or anything romantic related, leave it in the comments below. I love you guys so much. Until next time, take care. Have an amazing week or weekend whenever you're watching this. Mwah! Bye, guys.